So as you probably already know, Mario Kart 8 is a ridiculously detailed game. I mean, every track is filled to the brim with cool little touches, some of which are pretty easy to miss. Now we've already covered a lot of the cooler details in our analysis videos, such as how the Beanstalk in Cloud Top Cruise actually emerges from a giant question block, just like in the side-scrolling Mario games. But now that we've had the game for a few weeks, we've noticed quite a few more, so I figured I'd take you on a quick tour of some of the neater touches that we've discovered in the game. So this first one isn't really hidden, but we thought it was cool enough to include here anyway. Now in most Mario Kart games, you only have Lakitu and a stoplight to keep you entertained when at the starting line. But several of the racetracks in Mario Kart 8 actually have a unique animation during this portion. Take Bowser's Castle for example, where you can actually see the gate opening to allow you inside. Or Twisted Mansion, where the door creaks open, awaiting your arrival. It's a neat touch that helps make the racetracks feel even more alive. Mario Kart TV has a huge presence in Mario Kart 8, with advertisements found all over many of the courses. And for good reason, as Mario Kart TV even has exclusive broadcasting rights to the races, as demonstrated by the news vans and the cameramen down the top all over many of the tracks. And those cameramen like to keep a close eye on the action, as you can even see them follow you with their cameras as you pass by. That's pretty cool. Oh, and while we already knew that Lakitu is Mario Kart TV's mascot, we can even see his Cloud's chipper face on the front of the news van. Royal Raceway is a beautiful course, so beautiful in fact that a bunch of toads are taking in the view from their hot air balloons. And even though you pass by those balloons in the blink of an eye, that didn't stop the developers from giving them some detailed loving too, as you can actually see them periodically activate the burner in order to gain altitude. This is one of those details you would never notice if it weren't there, and yet is all the more impressive because it is. Yoshi Valley, returning from Mario Kart 64, has gotten quite the makeover, such as the fact that it's actually now a nature reserve for wild Yoshis, as you'll see on signs found throughout the course, which explains the dozens of Yoshis and their eggs watching from the sidelines. But did you catch that the fruits found in the trees here are actually the very same berries that Yoshis are so very fond of in the Mario games? No wonder they've made this place their home. Another returning track is Toad's Turnpike, and this one too has gotten quite the makeover, now taking place within the confines of a city at night. But not just any city, but Toad City, as indicated by the sign here. But there's another sign here that's a lot more interesting, although it's super easy to miss. During the first long bend, keep on the lookout for a high sign along the left wall. Do you see it there? It looks like it's a bulletin for a highway advisory radio station. And did you catch what frequency it's running at? Yep, 64 MHz, which is a reference to the fact that this track originally appeared in Mario Kart 64 on the Nintendo 64. Finally, Sunshine Airport might just be one of the most detailed tracks in Mario Kart 8, and that might be why it's one of the ones that we covered most extensively in our analysis videos. But we didn't cover it all, because when you're coming in for a landing, you might just spot something pretty cool in the far distance. Instead of the generic-shaped islands found elsewhere, you'll actually spot a clan of rock formations in the shape of Koopa Troopas, reminiscent of the one found in the Koopa Troopa Beach track in Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart 7. So yeah, Mario Kart 8 is really filled to the brim with details, and these are just some of the ones that stood out to us. But make sure to stay tuned for an upcoming Cool Bits where we'll explore what might be some of the neatest and most well-hidden details yet. So with that, thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to GameXplain.com for more on Mario Kart 8 and other things gaming too.